Oh shit.
Hello and welcome. My name is Vasharal, and in today's video we're going through The Last of Us Part 2, one of the most anticipated games of the year and one of the best franchises that there are out there. I'm happy to go through some of the things that I actually experienced in the first hour of playing the game, and I'm planning to share some insights if you're planning to play the game. If you want to see more videos like this, do not forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications. That way you don't miss our content and you're always notified. So without further ado, let's get started. The story leaves you where The Last of Us 1 ended. In it, we find out that Joel talks with his brother Tony, and he tells him what exactly happened and how they ended up coming back in the community established by Tony. Now, I don't want to spoil how The Last of Us was and how it actually ended, and if you haven't played the game, I suggest you go and play it because it's a wonderful experience, and it would be a shame for you to miss it out and actually spoil the story by showing this part. If you haven't played it, then you can stop this video and go ahead and get your hands on the first part of The Last of Us. Now that I clarified that this is part of the story and I don't want to spoil it, I want to go through the rest of the story, through how much I've actually seen through the game, and share a little bit of things that we were able to see. So as I said, Joel talks to Tony about what happened, and he also explains that Ellie does not know about her situation and how they ended up coming back. Later on that to decide that they will head back to the community that Tony established. As you enter the community, we notice that the community is much more bigger now. There are much more people and it feels so alive being over there. One thing for sure is that Naughty Dogs never fails to disappoint us when it comes to cinematics and making us feel as if we're watching a movie and not playing a game. We can clearly tell that a lot of work has been put in this game, and it's superior to the first one in terms of animation and as well through visuals. And I cannot stress enough how much I enjoy only the first 40 minutes of the game. Even if I haven't played that much, I honestly felt very melancholic when I've been returned back to the game and presented in this beautiful manner. And I'm sure that you guys will enjoy it just as much as I did. The cinematics, they're very well thought. The actors played beautifully, and yeah, there's nothing to complain about this aspect. So we have a big visual improvement when it comes to the game graphics, and you guys can see this in the footage in comparison to The Last of Us 1. We notice that there's a somewhat distance between Joel and Ellie in this scene, and that is because of the fact what happened in previous game where Ellie feels like Joel hasn't been truthful to her, although he's trying his best to actually make her loosen up a little bit, and even if she's trying to actually push him away as she wanted to be by herself, Joel is convincing her to listen to what he has to say, and also gives her a guitar which you are able to actually play. And I honestly hope that we can continue to play the game and be able to actually play the guitar. I thought that it was a nice touch to have as a mini game, and I look forward to see other stuff that The Last of Us 2 brings. And the scene ends where Joel gives the guitar to Ellie, and he promises that he will teach her to play the guitar, making the whole tension between them diminish. Fast forward 4 years, we see that Ellie is now 19 and she is well established in the community, being part of the scouting team where she's going out to get resources for the community. Now, before she leaves, she has to do some things as she had some unfinished business. And what I like about the game is that the tutorial is very well presented in the game, making you feel like you're part of the game and you're not actually following a scripted tutorial on what you have to do. Honestly, the snow fight was really fun and I honestly enjoyed it, and I wish I could have played more. But sadly, the snow fight didn't last for a very long time and we had to go forward with the mission. The characters have been well thought and I honestly like the voice actors. They did a really good job at giving life to the character. As we progress, we are welcomed with a brand new character. At first I thought it was older Ellie, but then I noticed that her body structure and face is not the same. Later we get to play as her and experience the full gameplay of The Last of Us. One thing that we know is that these characters are trying to find somebody in the community, and I suspect it's either Joel or Ellie. We're not really given much information from the start, and all we can do is to continue to play and see exactly what's gonna happen. While playing as her, we're introduced with new mechanics such as the prone, which allows you to crawl under tight spots. And also what I noticed is that in comparison with the previous The Last of Us, this one feels like it focuses more on horror elements, or at least has better jump scares, because as you saw in the beginning of the video, I honestly really got shocked, and sadly I don't have the actual voice recorded, but I'm sure anyone would get shocked at this scene while playing the first time. It gave me a heart attack just when the zombie tried to grab my leg. I really enjoy the fact that you get to interact during the cinematics, and it was a really nice touch. We also have introduced a dodging system. I don't remember if it was in the previous game, but now you have the possibility to dodge their incoming attacks and positions you in a good spot for you to unleash your combo and take down your enemy. For me, this is quite enjoyable because it makes the combat very fluent, and in the same time it makes it very alert. You have to be aware of your surroundings. Sometimes it's quite difficult to dodge when you have something at your back like a wall or other objects. We also have reintroduced the sneaking or the stealth kills. It's one of my favorite because you can take out hordes if you're paying attention and you're patient enough to actually go and eliminate one by one. So if you hold down the listening, you can crouch slowly at their back and grab them, and after that you can stealth kill them easily. For me, the combat feels great and the controls are very smooth. It's easy to use them and you can pull out some really nice combat. What makes it difficult is maybe going melee versus 2 or more, as you have to dodge their attacks, and somehow it could be quite difficult. Maybe later on, as I progress through the game, I learn how to defend myself better. Now overall, I can say that I enjoyed The Last of Us 2 more than I actually enjoyed the first one. Maybe because I really liked the story, and when I first introduced in The Last of Us, the first part, I wasn't that accustomed, and it had a slower pace introducing you to the stories and to the characters, and it had more of about what happened before. But I got better hooked up on this one. I think maybe because I'm more familiar with the characters and I cannot wait to actually play with Ellie. But overall, I think that it is definitely a great game and I cannot wait to continue to play it. So let me know, guys, have you played The Last of Us 1? Do you plan to play it? And do you also plan to play The Last of Us 2? I mean, you guys are already watching this, so I assume that you're interested to know what's gonna happen in the game. So let me know in the comments right over there if you played The Last of Us 1 and what's your thoughts on it. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, smash that thumbs up button. If you didn't like it, give us a thumbs down and subscribe to our channel to never miss a thing. Or if you're interested in finding out more content, we plan to actually make more content regarding The Last of Us, and we definitely want to hear out what you think. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
If I ever were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. myself. Try and sometimes you'll succeed to make this man of me. All my stolen missing parts I've no need for anymore. 'Cause I believe, and I believe 'cause I can see our future days, days of you.